stop in our 35th year from Wichita, Kansas.
All right, the numbers going into this final game, Chris. D'Entermont with a solid 252 average. The only player to go from the 5th spot to win the title was Bob Learn Jr., a guy with the same type of style as D'Entermont, the power. D'Entermont 27 strikes and 35 shots. Our tournament leader Arnold has his hands full.
Another 10.
What'd we say, number 7?
Mm-hmm.
So far, it hasn't cost him anything. He's won his first 3 matches, and he's made every one of the 10 pins.
Oh, hurriedly, and a miss.
Boy, if Dave Arnold needs a shot in the arm to get this match going, it's an open frame unexpectedly by D'Entermont as he just slings it across that lane, which is 42 inches wide. He tried biting off 43 inches, not enough. He opens with a miss.
4-pin. Dave with 2 championships in his 11 years as a pro.
His patented reticent manner shows very little motion. I call him Mr. Machine. He just takes every frame one at a time. Very cerebral player, just a terrific style. There's nothing that he can't hit. Inside, outside, fast, slow. Dave Arnold has a solid game. He's our tournament leader.
And a spare, as these 2 pros are bowling for a combined total of $93,000. 6 to the winner, 33,000 runner-up.
Brenda Edgar, First Lady of the state of Illinois. Obviously, her husband, the governor, not being able to attend today, but she enjoys her bowling. Obviously, having a good time.
And she's going to pick up that check for the Children's Benefit Fund of Chicago. $15 a pin. Second 4 in 2 frames.
Well, Dave Arnold has a diametrically different style than D'Entermont. He's straight down, as you can see, the ball trajectory, very little hook, about a 5 or 6 board break in the pocket. He starts with a couple 4-pins. But Dave lives on patience and keeping the ball in play. He very seldom, if ever, beats himself. Crowd's getting in it, Parts.
Aren't they?
This is the big one, the 60 grand for the winner. The sport of bowling has some things or axioms that hardly ever change, Chris. When you miss a single pin spare, usually the next frame or 2 you come back with an open. And what happened is he needs to get the ball over here in the 2-4 zone and drive that 2-pin into the 10. Tough shot. Just bites off a little, not quite enough of the 2-pin. A valiant effort. His wife Sylvia looks on. D'Entermont's in trouble.
Sylvia is a claims adjuster. She'd like to do some adjusting here in this final game.
And her husband's a lane adjuster. He has to make some moves now. Solid 10 and another open frame. He only has 18 through 2. Can't miss that spare.
Okay, so let's see now what Dave Arnold can do with a pair of spares, shooting in the 3rd frame. Title match, Tournament of Champions title match. Sliding by and just leaving the little old 7 there in the corner.
One of our interested spectators doesn't know that 60 grand's on the line here.
And at this point doesn't care. Infants, they're wonderful.
You bet. Arnold around the pocket, all his first 3 frames, 4-pin, 4-pin, 7-pin. He's looking for his first strike. Chris, and speaking of youngsters, your grandson Mikey is in the hospital down in Florida area, and hopefully he'll recover from his little bit of bout.
Yep, a little viral pneumonia. This is the lovely wife of Dave Arnold, Caroline, and his mom. Caroline's sister is here, Mrs. Jeff Stayrook.
His first strike.
All right, let's take a look at the beautiful trophy that awaits today's champion.
The Professional Bowlers Tour on ABC Sports, brought to you by Brunswick. Get in the zone with Brunswick. Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 U.S. Olympic team. Make it a Bud Light. And AC Delco Automotive Parts. AC Delco, it's like buying time.
In the fifth frame now with a strike up. Dave Arnold has left the 2-4-5-8. A little earlier, Dave D'Entremont. The strike in the fourth, marked with a spare in the fifth. 11 pins separating these two in the Tournament of Champions championship match. Gets him. Spare in the fifth as we go to Bo.
Thank you, Chris. Danny, pretty solid game, just one mistake right there at the end.
Yeah, you know, they always say, you know, you got to be aggressive out here and you got to attack, and I did that, and I just attacked a little too hard, pulled on the swing, and when you control the swing on the downswing, you get soft, and at least in my case, and that's what happened. But you know, at least this time I didn't bowl a terrible game. I just had one crappy shot. You know, what can I do? You know.
Are you surprised at the low scoring out there right now?
They're a little tricky. You know, I tried to go straighter. These guys are circling. There's a little wet dry down the middle part of the lane, and I tried to just go right at them and you know, just stay aggressive. And you know, one of these guys is going to win. It's not going to be, but one day I will.
All right, Pards, back to you, Chris. Championship game.
Danny, who was second in the Firestone Tournament of Champions in 1991. Fourth 10-pin in this final game. Dave Arnold. Close match. $60,000 to winner, a Bayliner boat motor and trailer package, 5-year exemption into this event. A lot at stake.
Plus bonuses. This is the big one. If I'd say there's one tournament I would have liked to win in my career, Chris, this was it. Had a chance. Best I ever finished was third. Now D'Entremont trails by 10, 6th frame.
Took out the 7, but left the 4.
The boys are feeling the pressure here. Try bowling for 60 grand, and sometimes it's not as easy to let go of the ball. It's not a practice game. That's what makes it so important. It's who can survive. This is match play competition. In the sport of bowling, Chris, I only think about who you beat and what you won, not the score you shot, and that's important. You can sit home today and shoot 300. That doesn't mean anything. It's if did you win the Tournament of Champions.
Well, another 10-pin.
That's his 9th of the day. Now he opened this game with a miss of this spare on the left lane. A little more careful this time.
Yes. Tournament of Champions starting in 1965 in Akron. And won by
The late, not the late, but one of my great friends, Billy Whaley. Not Billy Whaley, Billy Hardwick.
Billy
Boy,
Hardwick.
You caught me off guard there, bud.
No, Billy Hardwick is, who's been so great on your winning never gets old tips this year.
He defeated Dick Weber.
And of course, last year was Mike Albee.
Key shot for Arnold right here. He leads by 12, but he can't count on D'Entremont not striking. And you must see a little different style here, and I really think the ideal style for longevity on the PBA Tour, or just to enjoy this game. He's going to start right about here. He's going to slide in this area. His target's going to be right between the second and third arrows, and here's his approach trajectory, and here's his ball trajectory. Very slight hook. Going for a double. Perfect.
Big double. Spare up, shooting in the 8th frame.
Took the scenic route that time.
He did.
Give D'Entremont credit. He goes with what got him there. He's not going to try to line the ball into the pocket. He's going to lean on that power. He sent that ball out to almost the edge of the gutter and brought it back for a strike, and now he needs this strike to stay in the match. This is his most important shot so far today. Trails by 22, 9th frame championship match.
Clutch in the 9th frame, baby. Sylvia, his wife.
You hear the crack of those pins from up here.
Leader by 12. The double up 9th frame for Dave Arnold, the tournament leader.
If Dave has one flaw that I've seen over a period of years, it's a tendency to decelerate his arm swing under pressure. He has to get that extra reach and good arm acceleration. Key shot. Boy, he answered what D'Entremont put in front of him. And for Dave Arnold, he holds the title in his hand if he can just get 9 spare strike. He needs 19 pins in the 10th frame. A strike on the first ball would be locks as his wife looks on. He's won 2 titles, but never thrown a shot bigger than this one. Oh my, what a surprising turnaround. That's the same thing that Danny Wiseman did in the 10th frame with D'Entremont sitting on the bench. Here, our tournament leader, Dave Arnold, cuts right through the heart. If he gets 9 out, he'll end up with 202. Dave D'Entremont will need a strike and a good count to win the championship. D'Entremont will still have to strike. Chris, 202.
202.
Here's the situation for all the wheat. The Big D, looking for his first major, his 5th championship, needs a strike and 8 spare. Must strike on the first ball.
4, 6, 7. The undoing. Dave Arnold. Dave D'Entremont has been knocking on the door all year. 3rd television appearance.
D'Entremont looking to the side, Chris, to get a score. He needs 8 spare. He gets 8 spare. He's a winner. If he gets 7 spare, we have a tie.
Major championship for the Middleburg Heights, Ohio pro Dave D'Entremont. He joins a list of names of great bowlers in the Tournament of Champions, the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. We'll be back. Congratulations, champion.
Thank you, Chris. This is, I can hardly talk. This is unbelievable. I'd like to thank everybody at Brunswick for this tournament. They did one hell of a job this week. I'll be glad, look forward to coming back. I'd like to thank Phil Cardinelli, Steve Wunderlich, everybody down in San Antonio for giving me the best equipment to bowl with. And we'll see you all next year.
Fred Florjanic, the president, has some spoils of victory for you. Fred?
Fabulous bowling, David. Congratulations. Let me present you with two very important things. First, a check for $60,000. And then a crystal trophy representing the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Thank you very much.
I'd also like to tell you that your bowling helped raise $30,000 for the Children's Benefit Fund.
That's great. That's great.
And Brenda Edgar, First Lady of the State, is here to pick it up. Sylvia, where are you, Sylvia? Come and pick it up. We have just a few seconds. Here's the claims adjuster who now claims the spoils of victory. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been great here in Illinois. Thank you. Go Bulls. See you all later. See you May 18th. Goodbye.